to the trade of Jeff Green and playing without him tonight and relying on younger players?
Well, I know we live in a world where we have to watch our talk, but we were pretty sure that trade was going down Friday. So this is really game 3. And I thought they played hard. I mean, I thought we played hard all 3 games. I thought today we got some bounces that went our way late, but we gave ourselves a chance to make those bounces prior to the end of the game. I thought that our guys, we were able to score the ball a couple of times when we were down 6 and not panic and just keep playing. And we defended the 3-point line, I thought, pretty well late in the game. And Davis hard a guy to guard. He had 34 tonight. I think he's averaging 34 against us the last 3 times we played him. So it's awfully good. It's a hard guy for us to guard, hard guy for anybody to guard.
Coach, even though Jay had a career high scoring the ball, talk about some of the other things he was able to do, because it seemed that he was just all over the court, defensively, getting his hands on loose balls, all those kind of intangible type things.
Well, I think that's who he is. I think that's probably more of his reputation prior to coming here is just being an intangible type of guy. One of the things I've noticed about Jay is he has a really deliberate way about his work. So it doesn't surprise me that he makes shots. A lot of guys play the game and come in and throw shots up, that they never really are going to shoot. And Jay just takes shots that he gets in a game and practices those. And I'm not surprised that he makes them because he spends a lot of time working deliberately on shots he's going to get in the game.
Talk about the bank on the top of the key.
Yeah, except for the bank. Yeah.
Jared was pretty productive all night, but he really came alive in the 4th. I think he had 13 of his points in the final quarter. What was able to let him have that kind of production late in the game?
Well, I thought today's a good example of his versatility. When we had Bass in the game, they usually matched up Anderson on him. When we had Kelly in the game, you had to match up Ashik on him. And so, when Ashik's on him, he stretched it a little bit. When Anderson was on him, he posted. So, that's why a guy. That's why, in my opinion, a guy like Jared has to be able to do both if he's going to be really good. And he's, I thought he did a lot of good things tonight. But the post scores helped us. The 3-point play was huge when we were down 6. And then I thought, the 3 at the top of the key was big too.
Marcus Smart was another guy who did a lot of nice things in the 4th quarter. What did you see from him, especially his poise on the stretch, that made you keep him at point by the whole time?
Well, he had nothing but zeros at halftime except for 2 assists and 1 turnover, and we talked to the staff. We thought he was terrific. So we didn't, all that other stuff on a stat line doesn't make, isn't where his impact can be the greatest, and he really made a huge impact, getting his hands on balls, being active. I didn't know coming into the game if he could guard Evans, and I thought he did a decent job on him. I mean, he's a hard guy to guard too. So he did a lot of great things. And obviously he hit a big 3.
Fred, how are you guys able, if you did, to adapt to Davis's presence in there defensively? He seems to alter so many shots. I know Jared was kind of thinking a little bit, but was trying to work through it.
Yeah, I mean, he was matched up with different guys throughout the course of the game. So at times we just tried to avoid him. To be quite candid, and just because his length and athleticism. But I thought that when we did try to post him and do some of those things and around the basket, we weren't bad. But he made a huge block on Avery late. Avery was lucky to recover, and then made a great pass to Marcus for that 3 in the corner.
Brad, it seems that Jared a lot of the times has his best games against some of the best talent. Do you notice that in a couple of big games against Chicago, a couple of big games against Cousins in the past, again tonight? What does that say about him, and do you notice that?
Well, I think, obviously, if you don't get up to play against those guys, then, you're probably never going to get up for basketball. And I think that's something that he gets excited to play against the best, likes to play against the best, and we need him to. We don't need him to score necessarily 27 and now 10, but we need him to play well. And I think that we've seen that this weekend. We don't need to make every shot, but we need to be, when we get out of a game, we need to be able to say everybody did a pretty good job for us to be successful.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you
Thanks.
very much, folks.